What is up, guys? It is Uncle Bob, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back, guys. How's it going? We are back for another episode of Golden Sun: The Lost Age, and I am having a really good day right now. Real good day. This morning went exactly how it needed to go. And yeah, it is... It has been months of stress. And, you know, it's kind of weird because anybody who's gone through any sort of tough situation, the stress puts like a weight on you. And it's weird because sometimes when the weight is finally lifted, you find that it's still hard to breathe. Now, I obviously mean that like metaphorically, but bruh, it has been a wild ride these last few months, and I am just glad that it's looking like this part of life is coming to a close. Oh, so we're just trying to relax right now at this point. Rest for the first time, like mentally, in months. Because I've talked about this in videos before, but it's not like anybody who finds this is, I'm not watched enough to, have people, like, nobody's going to know the lore. There might be like one guy I know who frequently comments, or two actually, that they might know the story because they might have heard it, but that's a might even at that. But my girl got pulled over around Thanksgiving time, maybe right before Thanksgiving. And at the time, she had one of those breathalyzer machines for your car. Because I guess we'll do the SparkNotes version of it. But before I ever met her, she was homeless for a little while. And her and her elder son, my stepson, they were in a Walmart parking lot back in the days when Walmart was open 24 hours, back in the proper days. But they were like, done going around for the night, and it was time to, park and sleep. And she had a couple cans of booze that she had drank, and it was wintertime, so she had the car on. And I don't know about in other states, but at least at the time in Illinois, you could not have like keys in the ignition on or off if there was open alcohol in the car, which obviously, I understand. It was just unfortunate that she was homeless and living in her car. But, that was a DUI, by letter of the law. And I think I looked on the cases, and in less than 6 months, she had gotten pulled over again. And she didn't know this because, she's not, I'm not insulting my girl, but she's not exactly the brightest cookie. And she got pulled over again. And have I been over here? I think this is where I was supposed to go because they were talking about a town to the east. So we'll probably walk around there and see what's up. But anyway, yeah, my girl didn't have like proper friends back then who like could tell her things and instruct her on the right way to proceed. But she's already not exactly the brightest, and she didn't realize, probably because she didn't have a lawyer or anything like that. She didn't realize that, obviously if you have a DUI on your record and you get pulled over again for any reason, any whatsoever, they are going to breathalyze you afterwards. Like, you have a DUI on your record, doesn't matter the reason, the justification, the da-da-das, That's gonna happen. And she refused the breathalyzer, which, after having one DUI, counts as a second DUI. So she lost her license at that point, and it's been 10 years of trying to get it back. And in order to get it back, she had one of the breathalyzer machines. Wait, what? What did I do that for? Oh, it's not going to be able to move. This is a trippy kind of place going on here. Had a wolf howl. That was really cool. Okay, it's clear that I'm not supposed to be able to leave here. Garo. What do we have? Gao from Final Fantasy VI over here. But no, my girl obviously had to have one of those breathalyzer machines in order to get her license back. And when you're doing all of that, again, at least in this state, I imagine it has to be the same in a lot of other 50 states, because this at least seems like the most logical process. You know, you have to have your car registered, you have to have your insurance, you know, the license plate sticker that says that it's registered for the year. While you're doing actually for anyone, you know, usually if your car insurance runs out, eventually after a couple months, you get a letter from the state saying like, hey, listen, your registration is going to be suspended if you don't get insurance. And usually you get like a few months, like 2 months grace period to get that taken care of. Well, when you're trying to get your license back and you're on like the DUI program and everything, if your insurance goes out, your registration is done immediately, like boom. And it had lapsed just for like a couple days. And of course, in those couple of days, go figure, she ends up hitting someone, like a car, not a person walking. And she ended up like panicking because of, you know, all this time of trying to get her license back, it being 10 years, and she fled the scene. And like, obviously she knows she shouldn't have done it, but it was like in a moment of panic. And I had gotten a call, obviously she had called me saying that she got pulled over. And I guess this had happened on her way to go donate plasma. And it was on her way back that she got pulled over. And she was on the phone with me, and all I heard was the cop who had just walked up to the car just being like, hey, why did you hit and run earlier? And when I heard that, like my whole stomach just dropped. And that weight I was talking about earlier, like that's when I felt this weight of this whole thing coming down. Her first court appointment was like beginning of January. Is this a wolf person? Kind of looked like a mouse at first. Oh yeah, full moon, duh. Oh, well, where we are. You're scared of us. Is it a werewolf? A lycanthrope? Is that how you say it? I know that means a werewolf. Kind of like Ed. Yeah, I mean, yes. Born with powers of sorts. That's... While lycanthropes borrow their power from the power of beasts, or whatever you said. This is why they take the forms of animals. They may look frightening, but we must try to communicate with them. Lycanthropes, werewolves, a whole village in hiding. Is it just me, or does Kraden seem to be too happy to have found werewolves? I mean, is he happy? Not really. I would love to study them, but still, they do frighten me. Okay, well, for me, it sounded more like he was like being like, you know, this game's version of woke. Where he was like, yeah, they're just these people who have, you know, this ability and this power, and, you know, they look funky, but don't worry about it. So, are there werewolves only in Osenia? If so, how would you even have known about them, Kraden? Yeah, I would have just assumed this old man had this knowledge. I wouldn't even have questioned it. I would have just been like, yeah, old wise man. All right, so I lied. All right, what's up? I'm glad we found werewolves there. Are you happy? And you know what? I even want to get a closer look if I can. Okay. But yeah, this just whole, like, I couldn't even enjoy the holiday season this year because I knew, like I said, January 6th was her, it was a Monday. It was her first court appointment, and I had just been dreading it. Just knowing that, like, it was possibly going to result in jail time. And then we came back a month later in February, and they basically told us, like, yeah, listen, there's nothing we can do. Like, this is going to be, you're going to be looking up to 6 months of jail time. And, you know, it's been a wild month. It's been a very emotional month. You know, my girl would have missed her eldest son's graduation. You know, one of her, both of her son's birthdays, her own birthday, 4th of July, which is like her favorite because she loves fireworks. It would have been a rough time. Like, and, you know, it was just rough. And I had told her right from the start, I was like, listen, contact your lawyer, the one who helped her get her license back. I was like, just, if it's not something he specializes in, just see if there's somebody that he would recommend. And she eventually did it. And he basically told her, like, he went and talked to him. And he basically was like, look, give me $1,000. Give me the extra $500, you know, when everything's said and done. I'll make sure no jail time. And we had originally thought it was basically like mandatory is how they made it sound, because she had gotten, it was one incident with 4 offenses. It was like the hit and run itself, or it was like failure to yield, like the accident itself, the fleeing the scene, and then like I talked about with the registration, and that taking away her temp license, driving on a suspended registration, and therefore driving on a suspended license. So it was, oh God, it was just so wild. And, you know, we get there at 8:30. The lawyer's not there till almost 9. And he basically, like, walks up to the judge, fucking, like, winks and blows a kiss at her. And, like, they were like, yeah, we'll withdraw it. And, like, obviously there's still going to be, like, a punishment to be paid. You know, my girl might have her license suspended again, you know, for 6 months to a year, whatever they decide. It could be any number of things that they could still do. Money, you know, pay fees, pay for the tickets, pay for the damages. You know, there's still, you know, the bill comes due. Ooh, excuse me. Just not that way. Not behind bars. So that just makes so many things easier. Like, just obviously, in my life. Because, you know, maybe it's just because you're a guy. You know, me being a guy. Like, maybe it's just like when you're a guy, you consider all the time. Now, maybe women think of this too. Maybe they think of it. But, like, I've always thought about, like, myself possibly going to jail, you know? When marijuana was illegal in my state, I had marijuana in my car basically anytime I was driving. Anytime I was driving. If you would have searched my car, there would have been marijuana in it. And, you know, not safe. You know, not smart decisions to be making when I'm young and stupid and I think, you know, I'm on top of the world and can do whatever I want. You know, to be fair, I'm smoking in my car now, but I'm not driving anywhere. So, you know, whole different story. So you say you saw a werewolf? Well, I'm not going to tell you I saw one. Nope. Of course, you should know there's no such thing. Not here. Yeah, I'll just give you a little... I'll just wink at you. Yeah, you can tell when they're all trying to keep their faces hidden. You there. Strangers should not go on about at night. Guests are welcome in Garrow, but they do well to stay in it. What is this, a sundown town? I mean, I guess, do you love the sight? Don't you love the sight of a full moon? Of course. But it brings me grief. We here cannot enjoy the sight of it directly. Oh, yeah, obviously. So it's not even... Are old werewolf legends that they can't look at the moon or they can't be in moonlight? I don't remember. Good evening. Forgive me for not taking my hood off. I just don't care much for the full moon's light. Don't worry, homie. You can't really say that when the entire village is also doing that. I was just calling my dog. Sounded good, huh? Don't worry about it, bro. What? Outsiders here? Alright, well, I'll investigate that later. Damn, this all looks way bigger than I thought it was going to. Looks like I have to drop a pillar. Okay, I was going to say, what's even the point of going up here? When our people grow older, they generate strange powers. Of course, I'm just a wee pup in people years. My mate is close to obtaining the power he's been seeking. Yeah, you know, it's just... But yeah, you know, when you're a guy, you envision that, you know, you might go to jail. You might do something stupid and irresponsible and, you know, have to pay that price. But I guess I never really ever had to consider my partner going away. It's all three of these. I'm not using... Boost agility. I'll have to check that out. Oh yeah, pirate sword. Yeah, get rid of this light blade. Trash. Weasel's claw. Claws is... Yeah, that seems like a battle item I'm not bothering. Nice. Nice. Permastat boost. We like permastat boosts. Permastat boosts. Permastat boosts. Garrow exists to protect Ayers Rock. In exchange, we gain its power ourselves. Oh yeah, that's what... Ayers Rock. That's somewhere I'm supposed to be. So you've heard of Whirlwind. Most people haven't. Even in Garrow, only a chosen few can use it. I've heard about the Windstone. Using Whirlwind on it makes something happen. Hello ability I'm going to have at some point in the near future. But yeah, I never envisioned that like my partner would go to jail. Like that just wasn't ever on the bingo card. So, you know, I know my girl was able to be like a single parent at one point. And, you know, she was able to figure it out and still get shit done. So like ultimately, I knew I could do it. It was just never a thing that I had envisioned that I'd ever have to deal with. And, you know, it made things hard. It made things really hard. It made tensions really high, you know, because obviously they were. But yeah, you know, that lawyer was worth every penny. And I mean, I know that that's the difference between a public, I was almost going to say a real lawyer, but a public defender and a private lawyer. And it's just that like, I've heard the stories about the things that public defenders have to deal with and the workload that they receive. And I am never, ever, ever gonna, hey. And I'm, you know, never, ever gonna disparage a public defender. I know that they just don't have the means in the same way that private lawyers do to, you know, the relationships you have, and it's everything. It's everything. And this guy's also been a lawyer for like 50 years almost. So like he's been around the block a time or two. You know, he knows all of these people. And I mean, when it comes to like things like that, it makes sense. Like within a workplace, like amongst like, you know, at like me working at UPS, like it's not really the same thing. I mean, I guess in a sense it kind of is. Like just in general, you get by farther by the relationships that you have more than anything else. And even though like sometimes people like to be like, oh, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And like, there are certain instances in which like those applications, you know, and saying it that way is true, you know, because sometimes you get a lot of people who, you know, move their way up just because they're like little filthy fucking brown nosers. And, you know, that's one thing. But it's also a thing where, you know, when it's something like, you know, the judicial system and things like that, like everything is about, you know, these people, you know, having to constantly talk to these judges and have real like working relationships with them. So like, you know, it's much different. It's much different. And yeah, it was just, I was glad. And I mean, to be fair, I had, cause my girl, the bullshit part about it was just that like she had gotten a letter to get her license back that she got approved for, or no, sorry, she had just had a meeting with somebody, with the Secretary of State, about like getting her license back, and she was waiting for the approval, and then she got pulled over, and then right afterwards got told that she like got her license, that she passed the process. So it was just like, it happened in like this such a small time frame in like the 10 years that she's been doing this. Like it just, but we got to go back in 2 weeks to find out her sentence, you know, her punishment, and, you know, we'll go from there. But we did it. Our oldest son is always off scampering at night. Where is he? No, nothing in particular. As staying up late, huh? Can't say I blame you. On a night like this, we here know the glory of a night at the full moon. Yep. No fair. My brother always gets... Well, to be fair, it doesn't seem like he should be. I was like, wait, 2 guys? Wait, what? Unfortunate that you should come at night, on the night of the full moon, sir. Come during the day to see... You guys don't sell weapons at night? We only sell claws and fangs. You probably wouldn't have use of any of those, would you? Nope. Okay. And now we're back here. Alright. Yeah, there's got to be something I can push down. Or something. Oh, wait, no, that's... Yeah, I'm back here. Okay, I don't have any use of you, Mr. Holy Man. What was that one wobbly sense? I can't remember. Hmm. This is annoying as fuck! Alright, well, let's stay at the inn. I was actually instructed to do that. Can't even get the Z's from him. Ayers Rock can get quite desolate. After all, it's in the middle of a desert. Desert? 24 coins. Robbery. Hope you have slept well. Have a nice trip. Wow, it still stayed night. Is there nothing else? Because I feel like in the last game I had that wobbly sight, like that black and white. I remember having that, I think, at some point. But I can't remember anything about it. Shit. Oh, maybe... Is this the desert where I have to find the whirlwind thing? Ayers Rock, okay. Beware the windstones. I don't have a windstone yet, though. Shit. Hit him with nice magic. Ooh. Gah! Damn, I think old girl hit harder than the MC. Alright, well, somebody's got to be able... I know someone's got to clearly teach me how to use the air power, but doesn't look like whoever can show me it is over there. Fucking Reptar. Cave. Cave. Yampy Desert. Oh, this feels like a bunch of bullshit. It's a gnome. Okay, so is this for real? Can I... Alright, well, that's going to be it for the day, guys. I will be thinking about this for the next 2 days, and I'll see if I figure out where I think I got to go. It's got to be in the werewolf town. Like, there's got to be something I'm missing. There's got to be. But I'll figure it out. I always do. But, yeah, guys, that's going to be it for the day. I will see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow is... Oh, yeah, I'm playing Mega Man. It's the fighting robot. Mega Man. I cannot wait. I've been fiending some good side-scrolling action. So Mega Man will get me that fix, and then I will be done with the classic Mega Man games. So, yeah, that is it for the day, guys. I will talk to you all later. Peace.